Steph Curry told a reporter before last night that the Warriors' game plan was to whoop that trick, a reference, of course, to the Grizzlies anthem. But by the fourth quarter last night, it was Golden State losing by 46. And the crowd at FedEx Forum danced along as the song played during a timeout. That's what you're watching there. Even Steph and Draymond Green got in on the action, with Dre acknowledging the back-and-forth trash talk after the game, saying, quote, "When you spew it out, you got to be willing to take it, not hide from it, not duck it, not run from it, embrace it." So I appreciated the crowd tonight and the energy they brought to the game. You gotta love all the chitter-chatter in playoff basketball. Shannon, who do you think is winning the trash-talking war in this series?
Well, right now, the Warriors, because they're up 3-2. And, you know, I'm surprised that that song, that anthem, is that Steph Curry, it's by Terrence Howard sung it in the soundtrack Hustle and Flow. And it's based in Memphis. So
the movie was based in Memphis.
Yeah, so it's fitting.
It's a Singleton movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's perfect for them. Perfect for them.
But the movie was back in 2005, but they adopted it in 2012.
Right.
So it's been their battle cry.
It's been their battle cry. But, Skip, it's only gained popularity as they started winning because they weren't winning enough. But now they got they got a budgeting superstar.
Yeah.
They're going to start to be more and more television, and you'll start to hear this song even more and more. But the trash talk, look, we know I'm surprised it's coming from Steph, but Draymond, if like I said, Skip, if Draymond had said what Steph said, I don't even think we'd have gave it a pass tonight. It was because of who said it. It's like, you know, trash talking. You know, me saying something is one thing. John Elway saying something is entirely different. TD saying something is an entirely different ball game, Skip. Like you say, he's the babyface assassin. Steph ain't doing no trash talking, but Steph be having them antics going now. Now, he shoot the ball and turn and walk away. He lay it on the floor. And remember when the guy from Memphis hit the three-pointer and got the foul, John jumped up talking about, because that's what Steph be doing. Anytime he get fouled on the three, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. Zaire hit the three.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the thing, Skip, about trash talk or celebratory. When you do something and the opposing team see you, when they get you down, they're going to do everything that you were doing while you were up. And so how the Warriors are, you say they're a bunch of front runners and they be celebrating doing all this. And we've seen a different side of Steph. Because, like you said, he a babyface assassin, but he be doing a lot of stuff on the sneak tip.
I've been saying that. I've been trying to drive that point home. He's got a lot of hot dogs.
Yeah,
he's got some showboat going on.
Yeah, he be doing a lot of stuff on the sneak tip that people be overlooking because, man, that little old Steph, man, he ain't but 6'3", you know, light skin, bro. You know, he married with 3 kids. Man, come on, he's a Subway guy.
He's a Subway guy.
Steph be needling people out there. But the Warriors are winning the trash talking battle, Skip, because they're still up 3-2 and they're going home with a chance to close this series out.
Here's all I have to say about this. If somehow, miraculously, the Memphis Grizzlies scratch and claw back into this from 3-1 down and win this series, Draymond Green will be their MVP, because he has given them endless inspiration with all of his condescending trash talk. I've never heard anything quite like it before, and yet I'm not even sure what he was talking about last night, because he's mocking their celebration.
Right.
Because they're winning by 55 points with 8 minutes left.
Right.
So we've seen it. I think you could show it again. He's jumping up and down, mocking the crowd.
The hype man's on the court, and he's getting them.
I think it was Al Capone was on the court.
And so, you know, he's like, take that in your face, Steph Curry. And so Draymond.
He's jumping up and down, waving his towel at the crowd.
Yes.
At the crowd.
Yes.
He's inciting yet another riot.
I mean, but it is hype. They got that thing hyped up in there. Get it, Dre.
Okay. So he's just rubbing it in, because what did he say on his podcast? He said, they don't understand. We're not the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Right.
We're not going to cough up big leads to them. And he said, I feel very comfortable against Memphis because they don't have the experience that we have.
Right.
And what I tell you, Clay said after the game last night, we just got to get back to being who we are.
Right.
Well, is it who you used to be or who you are today?
Right.
Because who you are today, you were down 55 points to these guys without John Morant.
Yeah, it's hard for me to imagine being down 55 points in a basketball game, Skip. But, Skip, Steph kind of started it. After game one, remember they won, we're going to have some fun.
He said that to Ja.
Ja comes back in game two, drops 47, walks by Steph, we're going to have some fun.
Yep.
Okay, Draymond them win. We're not the Wolves. Okay, now game five, Steph say, hey, whip that trick. Now, Ja was after the game when everybody else doing their post-game, Grizz and 7.
Grizz and 7. Grizz and 7, Grizz and 7. Yep.
Who started it is not important,
Chance.
but it's going back and forth, Skip. So now, somebody goes trash talking, gonna get thrown in the trash can.
Somebody's going to get thrown in the trash can. And I believe the primary candidate right now is Draymond. I just can't believe what he gets away with. So after the game, he's trying to explain why he was giving it back to the crowd, and he says, they're not going to whoop that trick alone. We're going to whoop that trick together. Help me interpret that. I'm not sure what that means, but go ahead.
No, but what he said, Skip, is like, look, and like you said, look, they winning. Hey, let's embrace it. I said what I said. We said what we said. Steph said it. So let's get, we can't hide from it.
Okay, so then he goes on, and I do definitely understand the rest of this quote, because he says, one thing I don't respect is people who only bring it when they're winning.
Right.
That's why he was giving it back to the fans.
Right.
He says, we call those front runners. We're not front runners, you know? We got our ass kicked, and that's all right. It happens, but you don't be a front runner.
Right.
All Golden State is one big front-running super team. All I hear is about, we got the death lineup. It's even deadlier than it's ever been. They front-run. They condescend. They're smug. They're arrogant. We're Golden State and you're not.
Well, Skip,
that's all they do.
It comes from top down.
About? It does.
Joe Latham, the owner, and Bob Myers, and the way they talk and carry on. So what do you expect?
Do you remember the quote from Latham back in 2015?
Yeah, we're going to revolutionize it.
We're light years ahead of everybody else in this league. And then 2016 happened, and they're up 3-1,
right.
And you know the rest.
And you would have been light years behind had you not talked Kevin Durant into coming. You wouldn't have won another championship.
Bingo. I completely agree. So the one thing I did not love last night is now Ja's been relegated to being a bench cheerleader.
Yeah.
And I feel for him because it's just tearing his guts out not to be on. He's like on the edge of it, and he can step on the floor, but he can't go on the floor and play.
Yeah.
And you know how that would feel to you.
Absolutely.
You have to just stand there and you can't play.
And you're helpless.
You're completely helpless. So now he's trying to be the head cheerleader.
Right.
And he mocks Steph. Okay, I saw it. Now, I didn't love it. I didn't love it because now you're going to poke that bear.
Yes.
Like, leave the bear be. Just let him be because, hey, if somebody's going to come out angry in Game 6, and whoever's going to be angriest is going to win Game 6 to me, because I still think Memphis has enough baby firepower to match firepower with an aging Warriors team that's not quite as explosive as it used to be in my eyes. They're still slightly more vulnerable than they used to be back in the day, right?
I don't think they're nearly as feared as they were 4 or 5 years ago. Yep.
So Ja doesn't need to be jumping out on the court doing the stuff like it's a 4-point play.
Skip, you know how when guys get and one on Bron, what's the first thing they do?
Sure.
Because that's what Bron does.
Okay.
Remember Dylan Brooks? Dylan Brooks got the and one on him.
He did.
He turned around, Bron. Okay, I got something for you.
Okay, I got something for you. Well, now I fear back in that arena that Steph's going to say, I got a lot for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I might have like 8 or 9 of these things.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't want to see that, because you need to let Draymond be Draymond, because he's going to talk his way right into the trash can. Okay. That's what
you believe. So you believe Memphis is going to take the next 2 games?
Well, I think they got a shot at it. I'm not going to predict it. I'm not going to bet on it because the odds are 1,000,000,000 to 1 against it. But I got to tell you, from what I saw last night, I liked everything I saw from Memphis last night. And I believe it travels with that team because they're not afraid of that arena, because they want to play in game there.
Right.
And they should have won Game 4 there.
They did.
Yep.
Steph got something for him. You saw what he did, Steph. He was mocking you. That was you. He mocking you.
Yeah.
They were mocking you last night. The man said it in your face, Steph Curry.
You saw what Draymond was doing. He was mocking your whole crowd. He was mocking your theme song. He was mocking your battle cry.
Yeah. Draymond said, ain't nobody whipping this trick alone.
He's calling
we in this together.
He's calling Memphis front runners when he's the ultimate front runner. Here we go.
I got my money on the Warriors.
It's going to be epic, guys. Sometimes the chippiness and the trash talking can be better to watch than the basketball itself. All right, we got to discuss somebody who's not in the playoffs, at least not this year. Do you think LeBron's ready to run it back with the Lakers? We're going to check in with the latest from
back?
the Kings' plan for a bounce-back season. That's coming up next. Don't miss it.